This is Michael Orrell of mobileburn.com, and today I have with me the new Nokia E71x for AT&T. This is a AT&T version of the E71 smartphone that came out quite some time ago. There already has been an unlocked version of the E71 for North America available for some time, but this is the first one to come with AT&T's branding, and it also comes with a 60 feature pack 2, an update to the UI and operating system that the prior E71s didn't have, and that adds a couple of things. But as you'll see, what AT&T giveth, it also taketh away. We'll start out by looking at the hardware. You can see there's the same basic QWERTY keyboard that we've seen on the prior E71 versions. Maybe there's a little more grip on the keys, maybe not. It's a little hard to tell. The black color scheme is very nice, but it also is very fingerprint prone, just like we've seen with the prior ones. So it doesn't stay clean very long. You can see on the left edge here we have micro SD card slot and a micro USB data connector. Power is handled through the mini Nokia charger port here on the bottom. On the right edge we have volume controls, voice command, and a 2.5mm headphone jack. So you're going to need an adapter if you're going to try to plug in regular stereo headphones. Red power switch up top, speaker on the bottom, or on the top there. In the back we have the 3.2 megapixel camera with the LED flash and self-portrait mirror. Same little dimpled pattern on the back of the device that we've seen with the other versions. It's just a color change there. And QVGA display. Since it runs S60 3rd edition feature pack 2, the E71X has the new destinations system for internet connectivity. We've got the internet destination defined here, 2 of my local Wi-Fi access points, and then the 3G data connection through AT&T. So you're no longer forced to choose between one or the other. If the Wi-Fi is available, you can use it. If not, it falls back to the 3G connection. And that's really useful. But some of the things you'll see are missing. There's no mode switching on this version of the device. I don't know why AT&T would have asked to have that removed, but you can no longer have 2 different modes, personal and business or whatever, with different themes and different home screen configurations. It's quite unfortunate. You can see we do have the normal active standby screen, active home. Another change, these hardware keys down here at the bottom, these 3 can no longer be reconfigured. So you can't change messaging to use a different messaging app, for example. And not only that, there's no difference between short and long presses like there were on the original E71. So again, we don't understand what that could possibly benefit AT&T. It really seems to be like a very strange change from our perspective. Pull up the calendar application here. You can see we're missing the snazzy month view that was available in the original E71 for some reason. Not sure why that is. Hit the home button here and it takes you to the main menu. You can see there's a lot of things loaded up, AT&T music, filled with shortcuts that you can't get rid of, and all for paid services. You can see there's no way to delete that. It does make use of AT&T's Navigator service though, which I'm okay with, because I prefer the Telenav-based system that AT&T offers to Nokia's own maps. They both require subscriptions for turn-by-turn directions, so I don't really see the difference. I'd rather take Telenav system. You'll also find that there's no download application here. Normally we'd find an application called download if you have a catalog of software, both free and for pay. It's totally missing. You will find an AT&T mall though, where you can buy applications directly from AT&T, but it's not the same. We've got the Mobile Burn web page pulled up right now. You can see we've zoomed out in order to make it a little bit easier to read and see how the site's laying out. If you hold down the function key and hit the pound or star key, that'll change the zooming ratios. Now we're at 100% zoom, and you can see that the site looks pretty much like it does on the desktop versions of most browsers. While the browser is getting a little long on the tooth, it's based on the same WebKit system as Apple's Safari and some of the other better browsers out on the market right now. You can see we have the video page on YouTube for our original Nokia E71 video running. Flash player works quite well in this regard. Now, of course, the video resolution is bigger than the QVGA display, so you can't see everything at one time. But if we click on the flash video itself, it'll go into a full screen mode, and then down here at the bottom you'll see the regular controls just like you would see on the YouTube page. So it actually works pretty well. The quality is pretty decent. You can't really run HD or anything like that on here because there's just no resolution on the display for it, but it's pretty crisp nonetheless. As is the case with most S60 phones, if you hold down the menu button, home button, depending on what device, you'll get a list of currently running applications. As you can see, we have the web browser running. So if we just hit the delete key here, it'll ask us if we want to kill that off, freeing up memory. Now I have to admit, a couple of times I've run out of memory while using the web browser on this device, so that's a little bit discouraging considering nothing else is really running. So that's our quick look at the Nokia E71x for AT&T. Few updates, few additions, few subtractions, but a very nice new black color scheme. 3G data support in North America is good as well. Data speeds in our area are running a little slow. Network seems to be overburdened, but some areas it's sure to be quite blazing since it supports HSDPA. So, E71x now available from AT&T. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.